Hi, Ayleen. Thanks for sharing your story with us. To what extent do you think that your socialization as a woman, the idea of having a Prince Charming or needing to be married or having our worth validated by men has contributed for you to fall for this con artist? And what can we, as women, do so that future generations do not fall for the same traps that keep being imposed on us by the patriarchy? Thank you.
Oh, wow.
We have a great audience here.
What an amazing question. Well, I already shared a few red flags earlier. I think the biggest red flag is like the love bombing. This will start at the very, very beginning. Maybe after a few days or even after a few weeks, they start saying, I love you, I miss you, I want you to be my baby mama, blah, blah, blah. So these are things you really need to look out for. And of course, the biggest red flag is if someone is going to ask you for money. But 9 out of 10 times, they are going to create a crisis, and then they want you to help them immediately. Fraudsters don't want to wait. They're always in a rush. They don't make you think rationally. So if someone you just met asking you for money, please take a few steps back. Start discussing it with your friends or your family, or get some relative you trust. Start talking with them about it. Wait for a few days. And of course, please say no. But you will see the changing in their behavior. Because, like I said, fraudsters need money now, and they rather like to have it yesterday than tomorrow. So if you say no, or if you want to wait for 1 or 2 weeks, then a fraudster is not going to give you that respect. And that's the moment when you know that it's a fraudster. Because if a real friend or a real family member is asking you for money and they're in need of money, they will respect you and they will respect your decision, even if you say no. And this is what fraudsters don't do.
Yeah, and also somebody that you love will not put you in a situation where you will be in danger, right?
Yeah, of course, or getting into trouble because of them.
Sure.
The only problem is, unfortunately, we cannot really protect ourselves from falling for scams.
Yeah.
Everybody will be vulnerable. At some point. Any scam can happen to anybody. It will find you at the right time, at the right place. But please look at the warning signs. And unfortunately, if you start dating a guy and you like him after 2-3 dates, or, well, if a man starts dating a woman and you like them after a few dates, you maybe still cannot see that he or she is a fraudster. And that's the problem. I mean, you cannot look at a face and say, oh, no, I think it's not written on their forehead. So it's not something you can protect yourself fully from.
And we always think, like Cecilia said in the beginning of the interview, we always think that it will never happen to me.
No, of course I would knew that
how
this
in
guy...
the world that girl didn't see it, right?
I heard that so much.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
My mom was watching with me again the documentary, and she said, oh my God, this guy looks like a
He's full of
scammer.
shit.
Of course he was a scammer. I said, Mom, it's not your type of guy. It may be someone type of guy, you know?
No, and we always have this opinion watching the documentary where we know that the guy is a scammer, right?
I know.
So
everybody looks at him like, oh my God, he's such a douchebag. You can see it from miles away. And no, you can't.
That's why
you can't, because if the documentary wasn't there, you would have known.
Of course,
or you would not know. So, But yeah, I know that's really funny. If I do the same thing. I watched
We're
a documentary about a fraudster as well. And I was like, oh my God, I hear the same sentence. And then I thought, ooh, don't judge.
Don't
Don't
judge.
judge. Don't judge. Be careful.
Been there myself.
I've been there
myself.